1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't treated like Virgil. Cause when I write raps, it's beyond your price tag. He's a waste of man.
And welcome back to Around Da Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx and the Z is Silent Wrestling Show. People, a lot to dissect today, a lot to talk about today. And I am, as always, the head of the table, Mike Knoxxx. And indeed, I spell my name with 3 X's because I'm not afraid to say that 80% of the things that Triple H said was the truth, wrestling fans. Z in the Silent is the podcast. Hit me with us momentarily. He's talking to the baby boy. But people, this is the show you got to tune into. And last night, welcome to what was, to me, the beginning of something that I never thought I could like, that I never wanted to even look at. Somebody, frankly, that I have looked at as being ass since the day he stepped into NXT. And that's this guy right here. Still, let me rephrase that because that's an understatement. And still, your NXT champion, Karrion Kross. And this is the first time that I've even said his name right. I don't even want to get the man's name right because I didn't like the guy. And we're going to talk about NXT In Your House today. We're going to talk about, like I just said, the aforementioned, the King of Kings, Triple H, in his comments, and one Thunder Rosa, who's responded to his comment. You know, the big news in wrestling, this week. Also, SmackDown review, the go-home show tonight for Hell in a Cell. It's Raw, so it's definitely going to be hard to watch. You might want to just watch the Sixers like I will be, or, you know, All Americans back with a new episode. Check that out. I don't know. I will have wrestling somewhere lurking around all these damn 3,000 damn screens I got in this house. But I will also say this, that without a shadow of a doubt, being at NXT Live is that damn good. And last night, having the opportunity, being able to be around NXT last night was incredible. So again, I don't know how it panned out for those at home watching it. I know that it's always different in building than outside of building. So if you feel some kind of way, as they say, as my man who I believe came up with it, Jeremy Johns would say, comment below and let us know. Like I said, Dice will be here momentarily. But last night, just a little quick review, quick results, if you will. Winner take all match, North American Championship, Bronson Royal and NXT Tag Team Champions MSK defeats Legado Phantasm by pinfall. We had you heard it. If you was there, you heard it. If you're listening, if you were on TV, I hope you heard it there. Mortal Kombat was on full display as Mercedes Martinez loses pinfall to against Xia Li. Man of the Man Championship, LA Gears, I referred to him as LA Knight, defends to the moon. Cameron Grimes in a great ladder match, in my opinion. Rochelle Gonzalez beats Amber Moon. Actually, a pretty entertaining women's match. And then, as I just said, this 5-way match with Karrion Kross defeating Adam Cole, baby, Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly. About to mention O'Reilly passes out. Give me a second, guys. But it was a really damn good show to me. Like I said, being there, it was just different. It came off different. It came off entertaining and fun. And so, looking at last night, now like I said, Karrion Kross, it's just not for me. I still don't think the guy sells very well. But again, in wrestling, that's maybe what they're telling him to do. I don't know. But last night, in certain moves, he did do a very good job selling. And because this isn't me, what was put in my mind, this is what's great about wrestling fans, and why I say, this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan, is one executive consultant said, You don't have to like him, but he's a star. So instantly, and I mean instantly, it made me think, is this guy Karrion Kross a star? Now I know people have their panties in a bunch, their thongs up their arses, and I still think she is a better star than he is. But I never looked at him as being a star until last night. And in watching that last night, seeing that he is indeed a star, probably in the eyes of one Vincent Kennedy McMahon, he is probably the only star that Vince has seen in NXT since Roman Reigns. And I mean superstar, not somebody who can come up to the main roster. Someone, because we know Vince and the kind of talent that he prefers. Look at Raw right now. Who's at the top of the mountain? Lashley. I know Lashley's been there, but he's a big guy, right? Drew McIntyre, big guy. He's not there now, but he was there. Braun Strowman, big guy. Almost is there now, right? Big guy. You look at Karrion Kross, big guy. Muscle bound. And I know people mad how he made, in the words of the executive consultant, because I was there with him in the building as we were, acting asses, banging on the wall. My hands still hurt from hitting them damn walls all damn night. Banging on that damn hockey ring raw. As he said about this match and Karrion Kross, he's taking on 4 cruiserweights. I'm like, damn, you just called Johnny Wrestling, Bruiserweight himself, Pete Dunne, as well as Adam Cole, baby, and one O'Reilly. I don't know. O'Reilly can wrestle. That's all O'Reilly has. He's just here. That's why he deserves to take the loss in the match. O'Reilly is worthless. But essentially watching this match, watching how this match turned out, that's exactly what it was. It was him beating up some cruiserweights. And as entertaining as this match was, and it was the match of the night, make no mistakes about it. No mistakes about it. It was clearly match of the night. By far. Okay? So, but watching that match, I said, this guy is actually a star. And I wonder what's next. And I look at him. They say, who can beat Roman? I'm not saying no time soon for him and Roman. I look in the future of wrestling when I heard somebody say something. Because remember, I will always say inside a day and every day what other wrestling fans and so-called hosts and hostesses won't say. And that's the truth. Okay? And the truth, okay, is that you got to look a certain way. You got to be able to act a certain way. And that's the case. And wrestling is storyline. And Karrion Kross is a bona fide superstar. I don't like him either, guys. I'm being honest. I don't like the guy in the ring, but, necessarily because he impressed me last night. And I've seen him now 3 times live, okay, including the match with Finn Balor, which I thought was not a good match. Okay, last night was great, and I get he was in there with 4 awesome superstars, and of course you're going to look good when you're in there with 4 great cruiserweight wrestlers like they are. But facts are facts. He's a superstar, and they're just NXT. Then we had the women's match, Rochelle Gonzalez. I told my daughter she wanted Amber to win this match, and although the crowd was going for Rochelle Gonzalez, I was trying to cheer for Amber Moon because, damn it, that's the right thing to do. $1 Million Man Championship match as LA Knight. LA Knight is your new $1 Million Man champion. And I'm a Cameron Grimes fan. I like Cameron Grimes. I liked him before the To the Moon gimmick. I like him now. I know LA Knight is everybody's big thing, but again, I just spoke about stars. How you look. Who can this do more for? LA Knight. Just coming over from Impact Wrestling. This is right up his alley. What he needed. It was a good match by both guys. And Cameron Grimes is still there. Some guys is better as chasers, antagonists, and protagonists. That is professional wrestling, people. Check it. This is a show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Also, the biggest thing in the Mercedes Martinez match was who was the chick that just threw her ass off the stage like that. That's what we want to talk about also. And then MSK and Bronson Royal win their match, which that was a good match too, versus Phantasm and the guys. And just overall a good night of NXT, as I now bring back in the Z is silent here with the podcast. Not maybe having the opportunity to check out NXT, as he was very busy over the weekend, but I know he's going to say it, so I'm going to say it for him first. Big Kips in the chat is here. Welcome back, Zeiss, man.
Did you miss me? Did you think that you wouldn't see me today? Come on now. But the baby boy comes before everything, so, we had to attend to him. He was eating French toast and eggs for dinner, so, had to watch that. But I'm here now, and we're ready. We're ready. You start the show now.
Let's start the show. Listen, and I apologize for the comments not getting through. They're coming through now, as I had to do this by myself. So I appreciate everybody joining the program right now. And we get your comments in here momentarily as they just get flooded in right now. But last night was damn sure entertaining. Like I said, to be there live, I mean, it was incredible. But guys, check this out. And you know how I've been spitting this hatred for Karrion Kross since I've seen him.
Yeah.
Executive consultant. He said, you know me, if somebody catches something that I think is intelligent in wrestling, I'm not afraid enough to say, shit, I was wrong. You know what I mean? And I instantly he said it, and because they like playing heels in wrestling shows. I'm a face, and I'm the guy who I told you cheered for Undertaker, Triple H. I would cheer for everybody. I didn't give a shit. I don't have I was at wrestling. I was having a good ass time, right? So I'm cheering for everybody. But he says he's a star, and he's going against cruiserweights. And I just happen to just look in the ring. And we love Adam Cole. We love these guys. I don't love Kyle O'Reilly, but these guys are, Johnny Wrestling can really fucking wrestle. He comes in with the Shawn Michael outfit. It's just he next to on this level, he is the best guy to come to ring gear by far as Johnny Gargano over the last 5 years, hands down. But Karrion Kross, you've seen the guy work. He's a star, Dice.
He's definitely a star. I think I don't think there's any question that he's not a star. It's the simple fact of now he's in the big leagues, so to speak. What's next now? Because we've seen these internet darlings. I don't want to call him an internet darling, but it's basically what he's been, is an internet darling, because Ring of Honor hasn't been, on TV. So it's like, all right, now we get to see him weekly on TV. Can he bring those ratings in? And can he give us a meaningful storyline with some of the best that NXT has to offer? And I think that he's been delivering that. I don't think that needs to be disputed.
I definitely thought Scarlett was the star. I still think she's a star.
Yeah, she's still.
You know what I mean? But and honestly, like I said before, and no, I'm not starting to like him now, Dennis. I don't exactly know. All right, because I think I do. I actually think I do, because little things to me. Again, I am a wrestling fan purist, and I say this like, I like all wrestling, although I get accused of just being a WWE guy. If wrestling's good to me and it tells me a good story, I'm going to enjoy it. I don't care who puts on the production. But when I'm watching this guy, and so I remember watching Batista does a little pose now. I wasn't a big Batista fan. I saw him live, and I just like how he worked the crowd. And watching this man's entrance that's been here for over a year now, and he just do. But still come to my mind was Adam Cole saying, you know what they got to do for me? I don't need an entrance and all that. Just ring the bell and I'm great. And so you stick out. Like, he does have all those things. Yeah. And he is in the ring with 4 of the best that NXT has seen inside the ring, minus, 3 of them, minus O'Reilly. Sorry. The guy can wrestle, but that's about all he can do. Okay. But you put him out there and he's supposed to look this good. And not that he looked this good, he looked it phenomenal. And he looked it. He is a star. And I want to see him actually come up. People say Raw, whatever they want to say, but people want to throw out their Raw to Roman to Raw. That ain't going to happen as long as Fox is in charge right now with the biggest deal.
Absolutely not.
So, but moving on from NXT, like I said, comment below. Let us know what you guys think about. What was your favorite matches from the night? I personally will give NXT. I was there last night, so it's difficult to actually give it a fair grade. You know what I mean? So I got to give it 5 out of 5 NXT titles doing a Finn Balor run. It was good. It was entertaining. it didn't last too long to be there in person. I've been at wrestling shows I feel like I was there all day. And I mean, every match delivered, whether they were great match, like the latter match not being spoken up about it enough is LA Knight. Again, not a fan of the guy. Kind of became a fan of his last night. Okay, I've seen him in person a couple of times. I'm still a huge Cameron Grimes fan, but you know, how much can Cameron Grimes do? Guys like that just get so far in this business as long as Vincent Keenan McMahon is still running the business because the look. And again, guys, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's not out here. Everybody who wrestles doesn't have to be fucking world champion. That's the problem, right? That's what made that early, the classic era of wrestling really great with Macho Man. And it's like, here go guys who were tied head titles versus HH. And here go guys for the Intercontinental title. And you knew that's what they were. Here go your tag teams. And it was no, well, he needs to go here and push him up here. And why he ain't doing this. It was just, that's what it was. Because that's the talent that you are what you are.
Real quick, Cameron Grimes is very reminiscent to me of, what's my guy that was with the Vaudevillains? The one that they pushed.
Alex English?
Yeah, Aiden English.
Aiden English, sorry.
Yeah, he's very Aiden English.
You know, I was a big Aiden English fan, so
he has the mic skills and he has the look for NXT. But would he have the look for Raw or SmackDown? Probably not. And that would be his decline.
Oh, so I guess not Micah Vaughn. Are you a fan of Karrion Kross because he won the bell? And Dennis, I agree with you on that. And I thought he was boring until I saw him with these guys. You're right. And what it also reminded me of was Lesnar Lesnar's second or third act of his career, because he's been back and left and back again. He's back now. Right. It's nothing but no one knows how great Lesnar actually can go in the ring because he doesn't have to anymore. You know what I mean? And Karrion showed that last night. And I just think he put on a hell of a fucking performance last night. But a great match. Again, even Raquel Gonzalez. I'm interested to see who was the secret girl with Zia Lee. They were trying to say that it was probably Mia Yams, but she was too short to be that role. So I don't think it's her. So some international things that I will not know. You Smarts will act like you knew who that person was and how great they are, and then we see that they were nothing but where they are because they're part of a story. But that's just the truth. Like last night, right? The biggest story around the wrestling world, well, the three and everything else, was Samoa Joe is showing up in NXT. Nico Extra, I'm hanging out with those guys last night, comes up and goes, asks me. I don't know. I said, I'm sorry. What's that? Is that a dirt sheet? No, that shit ain't happening. I'm sorry. Huh? What?
It's
no. Hold on, let me finish. I will get to that. Okay. And Ronald P. Yes, no hit row gear. But they're starting to know me because I did like this in the line. He said, "Yeah, no, I ordered it. It's not here yet. You have to say my name." So they know. I put them on blast every week. But saying that again, Dice, is moving through that. What do you want them to do?
With Joe?
Yeah, because that's the rumor. Everybody thought he was coming. He didn't come. So now we get the official word, right? The hashtags, right? Which I'm not going to do that. Never done that. Not going to do it now. But he's probably there, especially if they finished the show last night with what happened. Regal also makes sense. But you're also hearing now from the one place I will get news from is Ryan Clark, E-Wrestling News, Free Pop, let us not. It's confirmed he's cleared to even wrestle. Okay, so what does that lie? Okay, and what does that do? We shall find out and hopefully see. I actually don't give a shit. I want to see it happen when it happens and how it unfolds. Your thoughts on that?
I hope that either way it goes, I hope that it's actually true. One, Samoa Joe's a really good talker. He can bring out
underrated as fuck.
Underrated as fuck. He can bring out some really big emotions from people that you wouldn't think about in rivalries, but more so, I think that people want to see Joe back in the ring. He has a lot of unfinished business left, and he has a little bit of time. So I think that if anything, the wrestlers always say they would like to go out on their terms.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure Samoa Joe felt like his time was robbed of him. So he hasn't been in the ring for like a year, some change.
A little longer than that. But that's if that part of the story is true. If he's been cleared to wrestle, right? But see, my thing, if he's been cleared to wrestle, does this put him in the wrestling general manager's realm? You know, at the same time, because I always think this much also. Where there's too much fucking fire, it's just smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the fact that happened, and that happened, everybody's saying, ooh, look, connect the dots. Something's not going to happen. Okay. That much I will guarantee. And if I'm wrong, hit me up. I'll send you 50 cents in your Cash App.
50, that's it?
That's all it's worth. That's a dirt sheet thing, right? That's all it's worth, 50 cents. Not making much money. I know guys who, got millions of followers. They'll get millions of dollars or even thousands of dollars from their followers. So
this is true.
So just want people to understand things and how things supposed to work here. But yeah, you know what? I didn't write that. Cross bores me. I didn't even write that. So who's writing them shit? Because that wasn't fucking me.
There's an imposter. There's an imposter.
What the fuck was that? I just fucked my whole world up. But when you do look at that though, Dice, and you see that Joe situation is that, I know that's your guy. So is that somebody that you want to see back? And do you want to see him? So you think Joe needs to come back and wrestle? Is what you're saying?
I think he does. I think that, like I said, I think every wrestler wants to end on their terms. And I think that he's one of these guys who definitely wants to end on his terms, even if it's for, a couple matches, but nonetheless, he still wants to end on his terms.
Okay. I think he's more back as a wrestler than in general manager as well. And of course, he bores me too. Scott chimes in. Have we talked about the Mortal Kombat characters yet? Yes, we have. What much to talk about? What is it really? Are they worth the conversational piece? For most people, I mean, it's what it was. It's entertaining. But it's I'm okay with whatever. It's wrestling. So do you guys want to talk about it? Dice didn't see the thing, so I'm not gonna talk about it with Dice. So it's what it was. It was Mortal Kombat. The gear was dope. The sword was dope. She had a fat rump. I know that. So but I know what I want to talk about. And what I'm about to talk about right this second is the greatest wrestling show on TV. The greatest wrestling show on TV. That's 6, not 4. I tried to do TNV. Right? Listen what I'm saying to you guys. Roman fucking Reigns. The Bloodline. There is nothing else to say but Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, because I look at this and I go, God damn it. How all of a sudden are they so goddamn good? Right? And you go, well, let's see. Yeah, he just said it. They've been good, but start off with Jimmy cutting a promo, calling Reigns jealous of him. He desires to hold the goal. He accuses Reigns of, getting him disqualified on purpose. He's jealous of me. You want my brother. Guess what? It's made sense. It's what we all thought it. At least I'm an intelligent wrestling fan, Dice. I believe you thought it too. It looked like that's what he was doing. Like, why would you stop that match? There's no reason for you to interfere in that match, Roman. They're doing their thug fizzle. They got him beat. Roman steps in, interferes. Just the whole night was just, from there you got, just to recap, a little something, you know what I mean? Storyline at its best, okay, for what it is. Nothing, storyline at its best. They says, you want to come see me? I'm going to be in our locker room, bro. Go back and tell him that. So they got my man going back and forth, delivering messages and shit, right? They get into a whole damn family squirrel, right? I'm sick of you, and I'm sick of you. And then the greatest wrestler in the world today cut the best, can you call it backstage, interaction, a promo? I've been calling it that because if you got the microphone, it's called mic skills, right? How you deliver it.
Well, I think at that point they're called segments.
Segments, okay. Come on, man. Oh, come on. I ain't scared of you no more, Craig. Come on. Come on. We ain't little no more. Let's go. Let's go. And in the calmest voice ever, the miss. You gonna fight me? What'd I do to you? Why you mad at me?
God.
It said, I'm trying to, is that about me? It's not about you. It's about the family. Like he was just calm. Right. Then he said, hold on. Who was born first? You was born first, right? You're the big brother. I'm not supposed to need you to get on board. You already supposed to know what it is. And yes, it was all bullshit. Was it? I mean, yes, but no. It was makes it fucking great. Dice. It continues to be Friday Night Bloodline. Because there is no SmackDown. And we're talking about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay. But Friday wasn't about the beard shaving, bigger belly now, Chad Gable and them. Okay. My man Otis. It was second best thing of the night was Ding Dong. Hello, with Seth Rollins. And the best Karen in the business. Hey, we want some Bayley. No. It was about the bloodline.
Listen, it like I said a couple weeks ago, whenever you can still have a faction or a storyline and it will take up and entertain every hour and multiple segments, you know that you have something. This is very reminiscent of DX taking up all the segments. Very reminiscent of Nation, not so much. They didn't take up as many segments as DX, but they were still filling up a lot of time. Evolution filling up a lot of time. Shield filling up a lot of time. NWO filling up a lot of time. You could throw Team Angle in there, filling up a lot of time, and that's what you want. That's what you want until you can figure out what you want to do to fill out the rest of this roster and making them look strong. This is exactly what you need to do. And I'm pretty sure Fox is loving this right now.
Yeah.
So
answer the two questions. I will say this. We said this last week, Scott. Where was you at? You plug us. I know you family. We said that last week why he need Paul.
Oh, he was moving. He was moving.
Hey, that's right. Okay. I'll let you off
he's-
the hook on that one.
Yeah.
And answer Mr. Lopez here from Wrestle Wars. If Roman is so hot, then why have the brands anymore? Merge the brands together so Roman can do more, more opponents. Here's the thing with that.
Traveling. The travel schedule. If it was that easy, then they would have done it by now. You have a roster of over 200 people, probably, roughly. You got to throw in the crew, the ring gear, the stage setups.
It's cheaper to have them separate, you think?
Yep. I think it's very much cheaper to have them separate.
I would say that personally, I still think it's money. It's a money thing. And then maybe I definitely think it's traveling things. I think it's also now part of maybe some people's contracts. It's one or the other. Maybe I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
If we're going to talk money, I think of it like this. Like
so I always go to money when it comes to that.
Let's say we got them all on one show. Now when somebody goes to that stadium to go, see their favorite wrestler, now they got to when they get to the kiosk, they got to choose one or the other with the shirts. Whereas opposed to, I know I'm going to Raw. I know I'm going to see this person. I can definitely spend my money on this in person. But when you have them combined like that, how many parents you think is going to be spending a whole bunch of money on different, merchandise from all these wrestlers, as opposed to if you go to a separate show, you know exactly what you're looking for. You know exactly what you're looking to get. And it'll probably be better on the parents that have to provide for the kids. I know us as adults probably don't give a hot shit, but kids, that's where most of the merchandising profit is coming from. These parents are paying for these kids to get these shirts and cups and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it from that perspective. But other than that, I mean, of course, contracts are going to play a big part in. But I just think that too much stuff gets lost in the shuffle. Like, we're not talking about, maybe 100 guys on a roster combined. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking at least 200, and that's not even, that's probably filler talent, people that we don't even know.
That's what it is. It's been brands for a while, and that's a part of the business that I don't ever honestly care about. I don't care how they move with their money. I don't care why they got 2 shows. Only thing I care about is why Raw sucked for 3 hours. I don't even care that the fucking shit's 3 hours long.
Oh, God.
To be honest, I just don't like that it sucks for 3 fucking hours. You know what I mean? That's just my mindset. I think that's why, I want to get through this real fast because SmackDown was incredible and SmackDown was fire. Again, real fast, the Ding Dong Hello segment. Tell you why I love this shit. Because I love fucking.
She has the dopest jackets right next to Seth Rollins. Like, how dope was that to see both of them in the ring with the dopest jacket game?
The fact that they used the door. And the fact that he said, duh, that's what it's there for. Little subtleties like that, right? And then just their whole interaction was fucking, I didn't know them two could do that good together. I mean, I know they're good separately, but that was fucking fire. And they might have to do that a little bit more. Even the fact that Cesaro rang the doorbell. He said, I get it, I'm a guest. Sit down. So you already know who's at the door. Okay, so they didn't have to tell me they was at the door because they could see who was at the door. It's wrestling. Suspend your belief. It's where's the goddamn door? And then even her getting mad at the end. She wasn't mad. He beat Seth Rollins' ass. She was mad. You fucked up her brand new stage. And then the segment couldn't get no better. It didn't make it a better segment, but it didn't drop it either. Was that Bianca Belair came out there? I liked it. She didn't say a single word. She just laughed back at her. Because she at that point was embarrassed. It's about him being embarrassed in this little thing they're having right now. But SmackDown, like I said, even Gable and them going at it, I thought was pretty damn good. I take nothing with Morgan beating Carmella whatsoever. That meant nothing to me for their careers. But Gable and Montez, for what it's worth, they put on a damn good match. Chad Gable and Montez Ford. And okay, I take a little more talent towards that guy. That was a good ass match. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura and King Corbin, they got to go. That's just.
I'm so sick of them.
Man, I have no idea. Watching Roman chalk that brother's son off the stage.
Man, listen.
I was only mad they didn't show it where he landed. That's the only thing I cared about. Has he fell yet? Okay, he's still flying. There you go. And the kendo sticks didn't do shit for the Tribal Chief as he whooped their ass. And then in a Hell in a Cell. Okay,
man, listen, I was out at the karaoke bar, right? And I get a Twitter notification about Roman. I'm like, man, I can't watch this right now. You know what? I need to watch it because if it came up on my Twitter that I need to look at it, I'm like, he tossed that kid so far. I was like, just by the angle, I knew that there was something there, but still. To make the belief that he just tossed his ass like that, I thought it was a really good segment. I thought it was a good spot, and it shows a lot of guts from somebody like Dominic to take that. Because now this is like the second kudos to him because he
don't be late again, Jason.
He also took that ass whooping from Brock Lesnar.
He did take an ass whooping from Brock Lesnar.
So you took an ass whooping from Brock Lesnar
was early.
And yeah, you took one from Brock Lesnar and you took one from Roman. Yeah, you're okay in my book, kid. You're okay in my book.
Now, and I'm going to go back to this one, Lopez, and maybe this is the reason why a lot of the people from the original BDSR network all split off and, like seeds and flowers, they had to bloom on their own. We don't agree sometimes. And I don't mean that I'm right or you're right or I'm wrong or you're wrong. But in this one, SmackDown over the last year or two, yeah. But there was a point back there about 4 years ago where Raw still had SmackDown. Ass. It just still had SmackDown. You know what I mean? SmackDown has taken it, like I said, since right before the pandemic era, through the pandemic era, and still now, because, we're 2 years removed technically from when shutdown happened and all this stuff began. And it just has not let go from that point on. Raw is consistently bad because consistently booking is bad. I don't like people say, not that you have said this, but people will say, well, SmackDown has so much better talent. No, he really doesn't necessarily. He's got better characters and they're getting used better. Raw has great talent.
Remember back in the day, though, when they did the first brand split in the mid-2000s, like,
yeah,
Raw was like the top-notch already established people. And then SmackDown was sort of like those guys are kind of on the fences and they need a little push, but they'll still keep a veteran, like 1 or 2 veterans over there to kind of help push those guys up there. That's why we got like Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar. That's why we got Undertaker with Batista. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got those for years and it made those guys legitimate. And then they would come over to Raw because they were already that legitimate star. And then the guys who've been losing steam on Raw, they would go to SmackDown, get that steam back, and it's a flip-flop. You know what I'm saying? So, but the only thing is that recipe doesn't seem to be the kind of recipe there is now. So, yeah.
AEW on Friday night, after Raw, just not a good spot for them. I don't even think they've been trying since they've had to come at a 10 o'clock time. I know certain people, whatever, thinks it's a better show. I don't. It's better than Raw. it's still better than Raw. That I cannot lie about, okay? It's still a better show than Raw. But that's about all. It's not hard to beat Raw. But Brock Anderson, our Anderson's son, that's the big news. Best match of the night goes to, of course, Death Triangle. It got the bastard Pac and El Patron and them. Come on, man. But I get sick of I need them to do something with Scorpio Sky. I'm sorry. He win like the Thing to be the next thing, and then now he's not doing nothing. I get that he has a program with Sting, but damn, can the brother get a win? Okay. Put the rocket ship again to Miro. It's just Lance Archer, Jake the Snake, and them. I mean, Nyla Rose.
He's losing so much steam right now.
They still got Hangman Page. I mean, you talking about
Lance
Mohawk?
Archer.
Yeah,
he's losing so much steam right now. He came in really hot,
really, really hot. The problem is they got too many people in AEW. They try to help too fast. That's, to me, is AEW's only Achilles heel. They should have stayed smaller, and I mean smaller as far as the roster is concerned. Okay, they have way too many people to put on a show to make them be as good as they could probably be better. You should have. You came in with the elite. Now, you cannot build a show around 5 guys, but you can, because SmackDown is built around 3. Okay, so you can actually do that. And I get their whole thing. This has been my problem with AEW, and why I am personally not as ecstatic about AEW as I want them to be. I think they can be, but why I'm not. I must say it every week until it gets in people's heads. They have to leave the bingo hall mentality alone. Until you leave the bingo hall mentality alone, you cannot be big time. If I'm going to go see an indie show, I'm not going to drive to Jacksonville or pay X amount of dollars to go see an indie show. And yes, they have great talent. They have world phenomenal talent. And I am not knocking the talent. I'm never knocking the men and women that perform. I am knocking the creative. It's too many people doing too many damn things in that company. For me to just sit back and enjoy it as great as it can be. You got fucking Adam Page. You got fucking Kenny Omega, you got fucking Pac, you got fucking Cody, you got the Bucks, you got El Patron, you got Bastard, you got Miro, you got Ethan Page, you got Sammy Guevara, you got Chris Jericho, you have enough that should be all the fuck you focus on.
Yeah, but out of those names that you just said, like you figure you got the elite, you got the inner circle, right? That's 10 people right there already. We've seen that before in the beginning. You don't want to keep doing that. You don't want to keep washing that same rag. So you have to get more people in there. You have to. I don't disagree. I disagree with having too many people, because what happens when somebody gets on the shelf? You can't always do next man up, because that next man they might not be ready. You can't force the person on us. Like I think the guy Ricky Stark is really good. I think that he has the potential to be a star. He's annoying. He's really good in the. He's annoying. He's annoying. He's really good in the ring, and he can insult anybody. He can hang with the best of them on the mic, and that's all you need. If he can play a character, that's all we need.
So you remember? I think that when they had that meme, when they used to put out about people, stuff we hate, but people find funny, and they had that brother that had the whole Newport outfit on with the socks and all. That's Sammy Guevara. If you had The Rock and then him next to The Rock, how he looks. Not Sammy Guevara, Starks. He just doesn't do it. I don't think he's great in the ring whatsoever. I think that's part of the problem. Everyone in Team Taz is ass. All of them. The best one is I think is Cage. And I Don't like him either.
Oh, no.
Hobbs is horrible. Team Taz is horrible. That's the problem. Everybody can't be a star. You have to have, I know the word should not be used, but I'm going to be honest. That's why my name is Mike Knoxxx. Because I'm going to tell you the things ain't. This shit is enhancement talent.
Don't call him that. Don't call him
That's
that.
the truth.
No.
Okay,
no,
but all right. So okay,
just like basketball.
Then let's fix it.
Role players.
So let's fix it.
They have role wrestlers.
Okay, so that's my point. Role players aren't going to be Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They're going to be Bruce Bowen. So let them be Bruce Bowen. Don't try to make Bruce Bowen a Hall of Famer, though? And be a basketball Hall of Famer? Maybe. An NBA Hall of Famer? No.
He's a Spurs Hall of Famer, so he's a Hall of Famer.
That's about it.
Hey, he's got some acknowledgement. That's all that matters. Think about it. Like, would you put X-Pac as a singles wrestler in a Hall of Fame? No. But X-Pac in a clique? X-Pac in DX, X-Pac in NWO.
Okay, that's a horrible. That's a horrible example because you picked.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You want to know why?
Because you went real high. Like
you want to know why I had to go
there. He was in DX and NWO. He can't. Well, that's not true because some of those people did fail pretty bad. But I had too many people in NWO at one point.
Back in the day, when people used to say, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" I remember booting up WWF No Mercy on my N64, and the first person I'm picking is X-Pac. Why? I think he's cool. He had some nice music, did a little flippy shit, some karate kicks every now and then. Bronco Buster. Like, yeah, he's my fucking favorite. He'll never be a world champion, but he was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? He's a good mid-carder. Yeah, he's a good mid-carder, but he would never be world champion. Therefore, he'll never be in the Hall of Fame. Alone.
Listen, I'm not saying.
Did you taste the soup? Taste the soup.
Listen, as I would say before, what I won't say no more. What I should tell you what certain people were in the company for in the first place to keep the guys on the road busy. Okay, they now have purposes. Okay, so yes, everyone has a purpose. Hell, you can't have the ring if you don't have the ring crew. You can't have the ring crew if you ain't got the truck. You can't have the truck if you ain't got the truck driver. So yeah, they all got an important role somewhere. That don't mean they should be your champion.
This is
true. I'm gonna say. So that's AEW, and it definitely come back to Wednesday. It's just not been hitting on Fridays. In the news though, Dice, since we're here, right? We're gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. You know, let's just go ahead and get this out the way right now. I am a Triple H fan, right? And here's my thing with social media. Social media can be great. The internet can be great, but we also know with what comes great can be the worst, right? So here's how social media is supposed to work, people who don't understand this. You write a post. You can respond to the post. If you don't understand the post because it's a post, you're supposed to be conversational because you're supposed to be adults, you ask, what do you mean by that? You don't just automatically assume someone's a dickhead, an asshole, I'm sorry, mama, earmuffs, a bitch, a hoe, a cunt, and all the other kind of words because you don't like what someone wrote. You know why I never comment on anybody that's posts more than like a like or a don't like or a sad face or a wow or something like that because that's that person's opinion. And if I do say something, I will go into it with them and why. I don't just automatically say someone's a fucking asshole or stupid or idiot. Wrestling fans do that. And that's why in every group that I'm in, people say, well, damn, he only shows up to like and share his shit because I'm not talking to you motherfuckers because all you want to do is fucking fight and argue about fucking something that you don't fucking control and it's fucking scripted. Okay, and you all think you're fucking smart and you don't know shit. Okay, I said it. Now this shit happens. What fucking happened? I just know Triple H had a press conference that I was at liberty to be a part of the press conference. So I heard the whole goddamn press conference because I was in the fucking goddamn press conference. Sorry, mama, I said earmuffs. Okay, so in the press conference when I wrote my statement and saying I agree with Triple H, you're supposed to ask me, like someone intelligently did, well, what part exactly do you agree with? I had a chance to explain it. That fans, as I say for 12 years now, are fucking fickle and don't know what the fuck you want. I say it to you all the time. I said it on the show 3 times already. I'm going to say it again now. Like, you don't understand that Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all the times. Triple H said that part and I agreed. Then Triple H said some other things that people didn't agree with. If you want to wrestle with the best women in the world, come to WWE. That's where they are. If you want to go elsewhere and say that's they are, you can, but it is what it is. Then Thunder Rosa comes back. Best female wrestlers are not located in one company, not even in one country. They are spread over many companies and are many countries. Talented women across the globe. And then the world went on fire and went against Triple H. As I try to educate people every single week, people, it's a goddamn business. It's a business. What was the man supposed to say? Okay, that's first and foremost. But what you wrestling fans want to do and get angry about and argue about, want to fight about is, we can't say that about James Ellsworth helped Carmella win the Money in the Bank ladder match and the first women's ever ladder match. And all I heard was people complaining, bitch. Why did a man? How did a man? But y'all want me to support, which is whatever. It's wrestling, right? I have the right to say I do or I don't support, right? Right? Nyla Rose wrestling women. Yes, she may identify with being a woman, but her chromosomes has the strength of Hercules. So when she scoops them up and slams, she don't slam them like DMD or Charlotte Flair does. She slams her ass like Rikishi. So he said what he said.
Oh, God.
Okay? So then he said the part about wrestling fans not knowing what they want, and you still complain and cried and bitched. I am trying to, we don't know what's going on with the WWE. Is he trying to buy it or is he trying to sell it? Does he want to run it? Does he not want to run it? We don't know shit. You think you know, because listen to Dave fucking Meltzer, but Dave Meltzer don't know shit either. Hey, Dave, my name is Michael Pierman. It's my government. My phone number is 302-494-3651, Dave Meltzer. You don't know shit.
Fuck you, Dave. Tell him Dice said it.
He gonna get him, Moose.
I'ma get him.
Just being honest. And people don't get mad. It's just comedy. Okay.
Nah, get mad. Get
Listen.
mad. Please, get mad.
I just don't get it, Dice. Can you please? I just don't. I don't understand why wrestling fans take everything personal when this man had every right to say what he wanted to say, and she had every right to say what she wanted to say. However, he didn't say nothing against anybody. He just said, and I'm going to put up again for those who don't know, you can't read. I'll try to do a better Money Mayweather impression. If you want to wrestle the best women in the world, come to WWE. That's where they are. If you want to go elsewhere and say that they are, you can. But it is what it is. The best women in the world who wrestle are in the WWE. Not all the best, but the majority of the best is in the WWE. That's not an opinion. Hey, everybody who used to be a part of this show, as I said before, and I'm going to continue to say it, you don't like it? Listen anyway, because it's the show the pros listen to. And that man, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, told me I knew my shit. So you think I give a fuck what you think about me? Man. I'm just saying, Dice, please take over while I read these comments. I just thought it was hilarious, bro.
Let this man decompress real quick.
I thought it was hilarious.
You know why Triple H can say what the hell he said? That's gonna take back. Let's go. Let's give me a little dreamy WCW, where the big boys play. WCW, where the big boys play. That was the tagline. They weren't even touching WWF, but they wanted to make you believe that they were. So Thunder Rosa, you're wrong, sweetie. You're wrong. You can look at Impact Wrestling right now, and I bet you Deonna Purrazzo will still say that Impact has the best females in Impact.
I like her
because she has to. She's probably the best one on there. That's it, hands down.
Well, they lost other ones. They lost other ones to WWE. They lost other one to WWE.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Monet.
Yeah. So I don't know if Emma is technically with them still, but it will be Emma and Deanna is the top two in Impact, and it's not. I don't need to look at the rest of the roster. So as a company person, you're supposed to say that you're the best. You're supposed to. Two boxers are going to go off against each other. You think Logan Paul really thought he had a chance against Mayweather? Hell no. But he had to believe it. Two boxers going there. Both of them say, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Somebody got to get knocked the fuck out. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. You're going to go into the match. You're going to go to a fight. You're going to go into a game already with saying, I'm going to lose this, but you're still going to do it anyway? No. So you're supposed to say, we have the best in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to. Because if you don't, you were already lost. That means that you don't have any faith in your roster as it is constructed. So if Triple H, you think Triple H gives a damn about the fans' opinion? No, he has a locker room of personalities that he still has to tend to. And if the morale of his locker room goes down, the quality of the product then goes down. Quality over quantity.
It was nothing wrong. And there are great, as I said it earlier before I got all upset and y'all pulled me out, but I got back in. It said,
yeah, Dennis, Jordan Grace she's great.
It's not the talent. I'm never knocking talent. I promise. And if I don't like a person, like I'm not a fan of Karrion Kross, although I'm warming up to the idea, right? I wasn't big on Montez Ford. I've never been afraid to admit that. I like the guys like Sheamus very early on. You know what I mean? I like Corbin in a sense. You know what I mean? I think Dolph Ziggler is one of the best to ever done it. You know what I mean? But that's wrestling fans. We all enjoy what we enjoy, and I've always want people to understand that and respect that. I just want wrestling fans to not take the shit so fucking serious. It's life. Like, so don't quote the. It's real to me. Damn it! You know why that guy was so funny and real? Because he's a fucking moron. That's why this shit was funny. You fucking idiot.
You know what? We do this thing and we talk about it all the time. We talk every day just about. And we always, we talk about social media. And the thing about social media, it's a gift
and a
curse. And how you use it is how it will tend to be used on you. I mean, it's simple. The easiest way that I can explain it is, I'm pretty sure everybody on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Twitter, what have you, you got somebody that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's trying to do something with their life that don't involve working for another person. They got a small business. They got a passion. They got a hobby.
No, something going on.
They got something that they're trying to do. And all they're trying to do is get more exposure. So these people that come out here and they talk that blah, blah, blah and wrestling, they're just trying to get some exposure. And, that's all it is.
You got to put yourself over.
You got to.
What's my
everybody
man?
Wants to. Everybody wants to be.
We don't like what the guy does. Well, you're not saying we. I'm sorry. I don't like the guy. What to do? The guy, the mental guy.
Superhuman. Superhuman.
I can't. I don't like nothing around it. But you guys love it. You know what I'm saying? But he got off that way. You know what I'm saying? And who am I? They asked me yesterday, the crew. All I kept hearing was, calm down, Mike. We gonna get in, Mike. Calm down, Mike. We gonna get in, Mike. I said, y'all don't understand. I need to be front row. I said, what do you mean? I said, how you think we know Undertaker guy? How you think you know Brock Lesnar guy? The guy, my man Red Hat guy, and all the guys, because they're in front row all the time. How you get noticed when you're in this, get in front row all the time, get your ass noticed. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Everybody wants to be the overnight success. Like they think that a quote or a meme or a retweet will make them famous.
That's not famous.
That's not famous. That's not famous.
What do you do after that tweet? What do you do? You gotta dig inside and find out who the fuck you really are. We all know, then you ain't shit, right? Deep down inside, you ain't shit. Real fast, NXT was predictable last night in your house, and again, that's why I opened up by saying, and you came late, is that it's different when you're there. I've always said that. I'm in the building. I'm with other wrestling fans. I'm with a group of guys. Had a couple drinks. You know what I'm saying? And it's just different. You know what I mean? So I wanted to come home and watch it, and I couldn't because then I'm just such a narcissist when it comes to my wrestling fetishes that I'm looking at myself the whole time on TV. Like, okay, there I go. Shit, couldn't see myself that way. And I got I got to wear lighter clothes next time because I got a black shirt on. So that's something I was thinking about watching. But being there live, it was incredible, and that main event was one of the best wrestling matches that I've seen in person. Right. And I've seen a couple of WrestleMania matches in person. I'm not saying it's the best match I've seen. I said one of the best matches I've seen. That could be like fucking 500. Who knows? Tonight on Raw, though, that boring show that lasted for 3 hours. Well, hold on. This guy real fast. LA Knight, the new $1 million champion. Any thoughts on him? Came from Impact.
I love LA Knight.
Okay.
You know
I call
what?
him LA
what?
Gear.
I got to nitpick real quick.
If they stay in NXT, sizable compensation. He's not a cruiserweight. He doesn't look like a cruiserweight. He looks like big time.
He looks like
a Vince kind of guy. Big time.
Looks like money.
Taller than Robert Roode, but have the Robert Roode kind of physique. But he's a bigger, you know what I'm saying, kind of guy. You know,
and he's younger.
Your thoughts?
I got a nitpick, and it has nothing to do with LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is up your alley.
Okay.
I hate the $1 million championship belt.
Are you cussing at me right now? What I do?
I hate.
I mean, it's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit construction of a belt to buy, and that cost me $500 13 years ago, and it's bitch is still $500 today. It's a piece of shit title. But why you hate that belt?
Because
that unrecognizable belt, by the way.
It's so fucking tiny. Why is it that small?
It's not that tiny in person.
Look at it in his hand.
Yeah, but that person is not that tiny. I'll be honest with you. It's not.
And the briefcase, when they closed, they had a close up.
Yeah.
It looks tiny.
Oh, that's a nitpick.
It doesn't look like a belt to me. It looks like a project.
That's a beautiful.
It looks like the strap. Look.
So I ain't bring it down. You know, my belt is just a piece of shit. Don't even take out the house. So that's what the belt is.
It's just, I'm sorry. I hate it. I just hate it. I can't stand it. That was my nitpick. Just because of the picture came up.
That's the one Mark Henry's talking shit on. What did he say exactly? I forgot.
I don't remember myself. I completely forgot.
I love Cameron guy. I don't think it's a baby face at all. You can't have a character like that and be a baby face when you're Eric and Rich. And they're trying to turn him into one because he went against LA Knight. But I said this much last night also. We were talking about this during the main event. There was one face in that entire match, and that was technically O'Reilly. All 5 of those guys are heels. Karrion Kross is a heel. Adam Cole's a heel. Right? Like Johnny Gargano's a heel. The Bruiserweight's a heel. They don't do nothing.
Mark Henry said LA Knight stole The Rock's persona.
Well,
is that what that is?
But doesn't he work for AEW now? Who has Starks?
I'm just saying though, Roman has The Rock's persona now.
Even the sweatsuit.
He's adopted the sweatsuit. He's adopted the cocky arrogance. He has turned into Hollywood Rock with more of an edge. And we had this conversation before, and we always say usually somebody's second to third gimmick is when they really hit their stride. And they are making so much chicken fucking salad out of chicken shit.
Well, this is the run the rumors. I don't do dirt sheets, but it's out there. So I want to talk about.
I'm damn sure. Listen. If this would be one of the biggest letdowns if it is not true, because this shit has got too much steam on it.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you right now why he's gonna let everybody down. I don't believe it whatsoever. Unless, and I don't know this one first. I don't know this one for sure. If it's booked for Madison Square Garden, there's a possibility, but I still do not think for 1 second, other than them showing up maybe to confront him, this will not be a Survivor Series match. I will put almost anything I've ever had in my life on wrestling.
That's not a Survivor Series match, but that is definitely a confrontation.
But people are saying match though. They're saying match.
That is very John Cena-esque to.
That's a Mania match.
Is going to be. Yeah,
they're saying Madison Square Garden is the rumored position for it, and that's why I said it's
not Hollywood.
Well, Madison Square Garden, so Madison Square Garden.
But
you're a Knicks
Hollywood,
fan.
but Hollywood's
that's why
leading man.
I mean, and that's why I told you that match
in Hollywood
will happen. I've been saying it for 3 years. It was supposed to happen, but COVID happened. That's where it was gonna happen in LA. That's where it will happen. I do not see that happening before LA.
Mania's
is in Texas.
Texas this year, and then next year.
No, we just had WrestleMania. So next year is in Texas. In 2023, it's in LA.
SoFi?
Yes. Back to your stadium.
Listen, okay. They had it. SoFi is one of the most beautiful new stadiums. WWE would want nothing more than to put a historic imprint on that stadium.
Like what Tony said, it has to be a major location and event. The event Survivor Series is big enough. It's just, and location is big enough. That's why I said they won't have a match, but he might show up for that. And that's as much steam I will give that. And that's also out there too. Cena and some him at SummerSlam and F9. I said that too, but I don't think it'd be a match either. I think that's just an F9, kind of thing. And even then, F9 comes out this month in 2 weeks. So a lot to be said about that. But tonight on that 3-hour go home show, we get your girl back
versus Naomi.
Well, what do you think? Oh, she's in a match?
Yeah, she's facing Naomi. They already said it.
Oh, best friends, huh? Best friends.
They officially said that that's her first match.
Okay. So that's right. Eva returns to kick off with Evolution. RK Bros take on the New Day. Raw Tag Team Champions are in action. Or AJ Lee versus Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry, AJ Styles and AJ Lee. Alexa, and then we're gonna find out what's going on with my girl Shayna Baszler. She's probably gonna get embarrassed. I don't knock the end of Raw necessarily. I knock it was the end of Raw, and it shouldn't have ended the show. I don't knock what they did.
This is I'm not a week in a row.
Well, that one was a mistake. That one was a mistake. No, but this one actually but this one actually you knew was the final thing. The other two you were like, that's it. Like this, you kind of knew it was.
I
said in Brooklyn. Vaughn said,
"Okay, it's nice, but it's not MSG." So
yeah, we touched on that, and we said Joe. Damn, what was it? You gotta go back. You have those go ahead and rewind it or catch the podcast on all your favorite podcasts.
We're excited for Joe if this is true. If this is true, this is. But
depends on is he there to work or is he there to wrestle or is he there to,
that's the thing, right? We don't know
so many conflicting reports.
But I think it's just the fact that like I'm looking and after a while I just realized like I didn't see too much about Raw that I was excited about, and then before I know it, Alexa's on the screen, and then I got the little copyright thing in the bottom, the trademark.
No, they had the thing. They had the thing between the mirror. She saw her. She was in the mirror. She's like, "Oh, she's not there. She is there. She's not there.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I was just thinking it's a segment. I didn't even think it was closing out the show. I was just like, I looked. I was like, wait, that's it?
That's it
again, third week in a row. This is what y'all do to me. It's like they don't even announce a main event. They had a main event in 3 weeks.
That's what I'm glad. See, this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fans, and this is why my fans are better than your guys' fans. Because I'm not gonna go at that. Anybody in UPR that want to come bring it. We ain't singing. We bringing drama. We ain't gonna say nothing about you and whoever else. But we coming after all you hoes. When I told you it was just about you, it was about you, and you too. Okay. And let me go ahead and take a break, and we're gonna come back and end this show on that.
Who's the female face on Raw?
When you're naturally, you know how to be a jerk. It's so easy to get the crowd to boo you, especially in the events. Like I've seen it as a referee. It's not that hard. I feel like it's harder to be a face. It is so hard to be a face and to get that crowd behind you. Because if somebody sees you and they think, oh, you have no charisma. Oh, you don't have this. Oh, you don't have that. They're not going to cheer for you. With a heel, all you have to do is say a couple of rude things. Oh, you suck. You're a jerk. Boo. All this crap. It's easy to get the crowd riled up as a heel. But yeah, that's why everybody wants to be a heel now.
Yeah, but the top faces cannot be Lana, Naomi, and Nikki Cross. And by the way, Nikki Cross, welcome to Cesaro 2 months ago.
But when I saw the talent in this match, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, Pete Dunne, who's been on fire. I mean, you know, when someone come back like Bobby Fish, you know, when you come back, you win. He just cut that short. He just shut that down. So Pete Dunne has been on a roll. All these guys have really been on it. Well, yeah, Johnny. No, Johnny. I guess so, because that loss didn't really, to me, it didn't hurt him.
It's just Johnny.
But you got such great talent in here. That's why I said, man, this is going to be a fun match. But I didn't think it was going to be, spoiler, a fatal 5-way. So when Adam,
like 3 weeks ago.
Hmm?
I said this like 3 weeks ago. Only difference is I thought Finn would be involved, but I did.
Of course you did.
Jungle Gym.
Do I think that Liv is becoming a jobber? This is a word that some people get offended over if they're in the wrestling business. I know because I've argued with them. It's hard to answer that question, Mad Dog Kelly. Do I believe Liv Morgan is a jobber? No, I don't believe she's a jobber. However, in WWE, growing up, when I was watching WWE, the jobbers were the local talent because your superstars and your wrestling challenges were pretty much 3 matches or 2 matches of a wrestler, a main event style wrestler or main roster caliber wrestler coming out and beating up the jobber for 3 to 5 minutes. And that was your superstars.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, do us a favor. Make sure you go to my TikTok page, Mike Knoxxx YouTube page, the Z is Silent Gaming page. And listen, these shows are also uploaded in podcasts too on all your favorite podcast networks. Share it, like it. Give us some feedback on your favorite parts, things you think we can improve on. Maybe it's audio, maybe it's the commercials, maybe it's anything. Just we want to hear from you, and we're very interested, and we appreciate all your time and your.
Absolutely. Just tell me how much I be schooling Knoxxx on here every time. Every time he gotta catch it.
I don't know about that, but yes, I hit them with the Suge Knight promo, and I was gonna say about this being the most intelligent wrestling show because he's not doing nothing till after Black Adam. Okay, and that will be around the time of the release of WrestleMania. They come back out as well. You said Survivor Series at the Barclays Center. Have you guys touched on Joe yet? Yes, we have.
Hey, I do what I can, Dennis. I do what I can. Big champ in the chat. Big champ in the chat.
Oh God. So all my belts don't mean shit.
Nah, man. You've been doing this shit. You've been doing this shit for too long, man. You got to get some new blood in here. Big Kiff, big champ in the chat.
I'll be happy to pass that shit along. Okay, it's an expensive ass habit. I can't keep up with them brawls no more either. But again, Raw's a nice to go home show. I don't think it's gonna be worth a shit. I tell everybody, I'll be honest with you. I watch it because it's Monday Night Raw. I got All American back on tonight. The 76ers are playing in 30 minutes. You know what? Non-wrestling related question. Fuck you, not you, Dice. And you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you. You know who you are. Who am I talking about? Talking about all you motherfuckers who didn't want to like motherfucking Chris Paul. Okay? Oh, Chris Paul ain't shit. Chris Paul can't do shit. Now you want to recognize our brother when your T1. Come on now. Skip. CP2. I'm still going to call him that because that's my favorite point guard in the last 20 years. I've been saying it. Don't continue to say it. Okay? You don't like it? I said it again. Fuck you. Rest of the night.
Oh, God.
If you watch it, you watch it. I know we're going to be watching it. That's the funny part, right? But I got a lot of fucking TVs, as I said,
it's
around
not
here.
Monday. It's not Monday to me if I don't watch Monday Night Raw. Like, if I'm home, I just have to. I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. Like, it's just something I have to do.
I turn the Sixers game down a little bit. You know what I mean? Turn wrestling up because you got to hear wrestling. I ain't got to hear the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just got to see the game.
Yep.
So that's the difference. You know what I mean? Now, if it was football, Eagles get old Monday Night Football.
Well, if it's my team playing, then
yeah.
That's
on the side.
They got to go in the background.
Now,
I got these 3 monitors. So
even if the Eagles played on a Friday night with Roman, I would have to mute them only when Roman was talking. Because he's
disrespectful. Oh, that's so disrespectful.
Because Roman Reigns is the biggest wrestling superstar in the world today. Okay. It was a question about AEW a while ago. I'm going to get back to it, but then Jason had a question here. Yeah, I can make things come in. What's coming to come back to the match, but heard about it as well. I just know she loves muscles. Who are we talking about here? Mercedes Martinez with her. All right, but did I miss something in the comment?
Marie.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's already confirmed that she's wrestling tonight, so.
Yeah, well, there goes that. I thought about going to wrestle at all.
Unless they swerve us. And
I had thought that was something they were saying that she wasn't going to wrestle. That I had got word from that she wasn't going to wrestle.
She need her get back. She need her get back.
But overall, guys, the weekend wrestling, which brings us to our points now. What was your take on it? Like, what was your favorite part of the weekend since you kind of missed in NXT, bro?
The bloodline. That's the favorite is going to be until it's decided that somebody else on Raw can take my attention away from the bloodline.
Listen, the bloodline was better than NXT, and I was at NXT Live. Okay, I said here because Friday night I took my youngest daughter. Shout out to my oldest daughter, who I'm so proud to see. They always say things like your one job is to keep them off the pole and not have kids, right? Technically, that's not even what I've done. I'm just thankful to God that's what happened. She kind of did that. You know what I'm saying? By not going out here and having no babies and doing things like that. But I have a very responsible older daughter who got her youngest daughter, her younger sister. So I couldn't see SmackDown on Friday. So I had to watch it, via how we watch things, right? I don't want to get nobody out there and get cut off, right? So I watched SmackDown because Hulu didn't put it back on the next day like it's supposed to. Okay? So that's Hulu's fault. So I had to watch it other ways, WWE. So, but in watching that still, with, like I said, from not just the bloodline, I am highly impressed with one Bailey and Seth Rollins. I think it was literally the second best thing. So here go my 5 things for the week in this order: the bloodline, NXT Takeover's main event. That fatal 5-way match was really that damn good. Then I'm gonna go ding dong. Hello, we'll go to ladder match, and then
Big E's back.
Yeah, Big E came back. Honestly, I would say I think was I think would be the Pacna match they had on AEW. I'm not a Pac fan and know those guys. So, but those are the best things of the week for me, Dice. And that leads me to say that no matter how bad Raw will be today, I'll be okay. But we know one thing for sure: people are going to bitch on the internet.
Oh, that's for sure. You guys keep us going, so we can just come up here and school you and laugh at all you dummies. But I gotta agree. Bloodline number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna surprise you. Number 2, I thought was the Raw Tag Team Championship segment between AJ and Omos talking about everybody in the ring, and then the Orton and Riddle exchange. Like, these two are quickly, they are very bloodline-esque in how many segments they take over on Raw. They are featured like every hour, sometimes twice in 1 hour.
I gotta pay attention.
So clearly,
I don't pay attention enough for Raw to know that.
Listen, I noticed it because they were on the tag segment, right? Then they had a backstage segment where he asked Randy if he was going to come out to his match, and then when he was facing off, and then here comes Orton. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is 3 different instances where we're getting RK Bro in every hour. So obviously they're the big hitter. Okay, they're the big hitter. So that's my number 2. I think that's I think that's very underappreciated. And what we're watching on Raw, that's probably the second best thing I like to look for, because I kind of gave up on Hurt Business stuff. So
let's not take it off again now.
But then,
highest rated segment on this show's history.
I mean, as long as I can see Nia, that's naked. Cool. I can see Nia and I can see Rhea Ripley. That's cool too. But it wasn't much for me to go off of.
Listen, I love, like I said, the weekend was great. I still love wrestling. Even the comments that people put about Triple H, but again, y'all were wrong. And shout out to KME and the success of those boys and his new podcast they guys have out there. Of course they disagree. And again, I think a lot of things is emotions. Once wrestling fans get their emotions out of it and start just remembering what it was to be a kid, stop trying to micro. I think that's the biggest problem. That's why I agree with Triple H. And that's why I'm going to leave it at for the week. It's just, you have to stop micromanaging watching wrestling. I don't watch anything and micro dissect it as I watch it. As I watch, I do not sit there and watch and go, no. Oh, that was wrong. They should have did this. They should have did that. They should have did this. They should have did that. I just don't do that. I just look at it. It sucks. It sucks. It's good. It's good. It's bad. It's bad. I just move on. You know, that's just life. I lose in 2K. Yeah, I might be mad, but I'm not gonna slip my wrist. You know what I'm saying? Because of it. So with that being said, make sure you go to the Z is Silent Facebook gaming page and support. Again, share, like, subscribe to Unpopular View, as well as Mike Knoxxx on all the social media networks. Belt Kings is the group on social media. Instagram, make sure you do that, guys. Listen, we don't get up out of here, but listen, you already know what I'm about to say, right? Do not! I said do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. That's crazy. And not know that Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all the time.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. But the $1 million man always gets his way. $1 million man.
Yeah. It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't treated like virgin.